लेट्स क्विकली चेक, पर कनेक्टिविटी चेक कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद वी शैल बिगिन. यस, 4 3 2 1 and go. Skip it. All right, good evening everyone. Good evening my dear friends. I'm CA Unacademy Subscription and I am pleased to welcome here. स्क्रीन पर आप मेरे साथ देख रहे हैं कौन है भाई, अब तो जाना माना चेहरा ये बन चुका है, सुवांगी भट्टाचार्य. फॉर अ टीचर इट इज अ प्राउड प्रिविलेज टू वेलकम देयर स्टूडेंट, especially after they have brought the accolades not only to their families but to their teachers, to the entire platform and the entire community where they belong. So Suvangi, I heartily congratulate you and I welcome you to this YouTube live streaming. We are live and a lot of students will be connecting here with us. Welcome Suvangi.
Thank you ma'am, thank you so much.
Right Suvangi, so let's quickly ask everybody to connect. सब लोग YouTube पर आ जाएं, एक बार सुवांगी के साथ में जुड़ जाएं तो अच्छा रहेगा. यस यस, सो सेशन लाइव है एंड इट्स ग्रेट. चलिए चलिए, इट्स ग्रेट, फैंटास्टिक. सो काफ़ी सारे स्टूडेंट्स आज अपनी क्लासेस मिस करके आए हैं हमें सुनने के लिए, आपको सुनने के लिए और आपके साथ लाइव कनेक्ट होने के लिए. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, मेरे लिए तो बहुत खुशी की बात है. देखो ये एक ऐसी चीज़ होती है. A few days ago, Suvangi was an ordinary student, a student one amongst you कि जो बस क्लासेस में आती थी, जाती थी, प्रैक्टिस करती थी, पढ़ाई करती थी. After results, now this journey from ordinary to extraordinary has been completed by Suvangi. So as I said, this is my proud privilege Suvangi. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है आपके साथ कनेक्ट करते हुए and we will have a few things, few points for discussion here today. You know, through this platform and through this live session we are going to connect with a lot of learners जो आपसे अभी तक तो इंस्पिरेशन लेना चाहते होंगे लेकिन समझ नहीं पा रहे होंगे यार कैसे पढ़े होंगे. 330 का स्कोर जो है ये मजाक की बात नहीं होती है. CA फाउंडेशन एग्जाम्स में you have scored very well, so accept my congratulations once again on behalf of entire Unacademy platform, from Mahabali team, from me of course. So अब हम लोग कुछ अच्छी बातें करते हैं. सुवांगी, tell me, let's quickly start. How do you feel? क्या changes हो गए परसों से आज तक में? What are the changes? How do you feel?
Ma'am, I feel great and I never thought that I will be coming to one-to-one personal interview. I had dreamt it, but at the same time I never thought that it would come into reality. So it's actually a pleasure sharing the screen with you for me, and I'm thankful to Unacademy as well for giving me this opportunity to connect with a lot of learners. Thank you very much. And from the result date to this date, actually a lot changed. Especially many students are connecting with me for some personal advice. In fact, today also I attended a call. She is from Kolkata, someone called Ambika. She has joined the classes and she's actually asking me that what educators she can refer who are good, and she's actually asking much more doubts about her curriculum also. So it feels great.
Absolutely, absolutely, because now you've set a benchmark for a lot of new learners, for those aspirants who are going to be soon appearing for their exams. And as you said, I reciprocate the feeling. You know, for a teacher, it is a great thing to happen when their students, they rise and they shine and they do so well. I see in you a budding chartered accountant who's going to be phenomenally successful, not only in career but because you are a very beautiful person. I have seen you and I have known you for some time now. So Suvangi तो co-curricular में भी बहुत active थी, and I must ask you to keep a few lines ready. We would love to hear something from you.
No ma'am, not today.
Okay.
It will be injurious to their ears.
No, not at all. I've known this. बहुत अच्छा तुमने गाया था जब last time हम लोगों ने meet किया था. So Suvangi, let's begin from the beginning. So क्या doubts थे when you joined this, when you chose Unacademy as a platform, as a learning platform? तो doubts नहीं आए कि यार online कैसे करना है, अभी सबने बोला तो होगा कि लोग ऑफलाइन करते हैं सीए की स्टडीज, ऑनलाइन कैसे होगा, डाउट्स कैसे क्लियर हो पाएंगे, कैसे स्टडीज मैनेज करोगी. सो हाउ डिड इट बिगिन, हाउ डिड इट स्टार्ट फॉर यू?
Yes, ma'am. After my 12th, I wanted to start my CA foundation preparation. So actually, I was searching through the internet, but especially in the YouTube, but I was not getting that good quality education, especially in the online form, because it was not means practical for me to go outside and study, because I live in a place where we cannot go outside and afford for offline tuitions. So that was the thing. So I was always looking for online, and actually I was astonished to see the high rates which some of the well-known institutions charged. So phenomenally, then I happened to search one of the important topics of law, that is Indian Contract Act.
Right.
And there I saw one video of Indresh Gandhi sir of Unacademy, and there I was stuck. And I made up my mind that I will do my studies from Unacademy only.
Okay, lovely. So all the teachers here, well, Unacademy as a platform, you all know and we all understand this. This has actually been a revolution. और revolution कैसा भाई, ऑनलाइन लर्निंग के थ्रू जो है एक एक डोर स्टेप तक बच्चों के फिंगर टिप्स तक अनअकैडमी ने एजुकेशन को पहुंचाया और एक बहुत अफोर्डेबल प्राइस पर पहुंचाया. दैट वाज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट.
That's the point.
Because
Yes,
जैसे अभी Suvangi ने बोला, she is stationed as at a place where movement wasn't easy for her, or maybe not affordable for her. A lot of us come from humble backgrounds. Sometimes एक एक घर में कई कई बच्चे होते हैं और possible नहीं होता कि हम सब, because lot of finances are involved the moment you plan to go out or stay outside, या फिर आप अपनी studies pursue करने के लिए articleship वगैरह के लिए, बहुत सारी चीज़ों के लिए. So especially at entry level, और उसके बाद भी हम सब जानते हैं कि भाई at all levels Unacademy is offering phenomenal classes और काफ़ी eminent teachers भी जो हैं यहाँ पर आपको available हैं. So that's a great thing. आप सब भी फ्री क्लासेस, भाई सुवांगी की तरह आप सब भी फ्री क्लासेस देख सकते हैं और फिर आप अपने डिसीजंस जो है वो ले सकते हैं. सो सुवांगी, नेक्स्ट थिंग, हाउ वाज योर सेटअप एट होम? भाई जब ऐसे मार्क्स आते हैं तो हर कोई ये पूछता है, बहुत सारे बच्चे ये पूछना चाहते होंगे कि आपने प्रिपरेशन जो की तो आपने कैसे प्रोसीड किया, और आप थोड़ा लेट भी आए थे. जहां तक आई रिमेम्बर यू हैड जॉइन्ड अ लिटिल लेटर एज कंपेयर टू अदर स्टूडेंट्स. बैच वगैरह स्टार्ट हो चुका था. सो हाउ यू मैनेज दैट? How you manage the pressure?
But actually, I did BCR by myself.
Okay.
But after seeing your classes, I incidentally happened to click in one of your classes, and I saw and I decided to do the BCR part from you, because I was assured that if I do it from you, I need not to practice it at home. And it is actually a fact that I did not put that much effort in BCR at home. Whatever I did in my classes with ma'am, and that's all.
How sweet. Yes.
For law, I did it in the home, because it's something which requires a lot of revision.
Yes.
But BCR, if you do it with ma'am, that's enough.
That's great, Suvangi. That's good to know, and I'm sure this reaches students. इस बार क्योंकि especially ना paper 2 के marks for last 2 attempts, and today only I was discussing this in the classroom. You know what has happened is now we can see the repercussion of this the COVID period. What has happened is students have actually stayed back home. So a lot has been cut down on their reading abilities, writing abilities, the conversational abilities, etc. So paper 2 is actually becoming challenging for them to have a command over. So paper 1, 3 और 4 में जहाँ marks दिख रहे हैं वहाँ पर, because last to last batch we had a lot of students scoring 90 plus in paper 2. But for last 2 attempts specifically, this pass percentage in paper 2 has gone down. Not only that, marks भी जो है वो score up to 80 ही गए, उसके ऊपर जो है वो नहीं हो पाए. So there is a reason behind it, and I did all the analysis. So मुझे समझ में आ रहा है कि भाई students अगर आपने late भी join किया है तो आप अपने teachers पर rely कर सकते हैं. That's nice, Suvangi. और अब एक बात बताओ, when you started preparing, what did you have in mind? मतलब एक लॉजिक तो सबके पास होता है, हमें क्लियर करना है. यू आर पार्टिसिपेटिव इन क्लासेस, आई एम अवेयर ऑफ दैट. यू आर इंटरैक्टिव एज वेल. सो कई सारे बच्चे जो इंटरैक्टिव और पार्टिसिपेटिव होते हैं उनको कहीं ना कहीं ये डर लगने लगता है कि यार कहीं हम यहाँ ग्रुप में ज़्यादा आए या बात करें या फिर हम बाकी जगह दिखे तो ऐसा ना हो हमारी स्टडीज पे इफेक्ट आ जाए. हाउ डू यू थिंक यू बैलेंस्ड ऑल ऑफ इट?
Ma'am, I think that besides studies, everything is important because when you go into a multinational company or a big four, they not only check your technical skills but also your soft skills and other participative qualities you have in yourself. So, keeping that in mind, I don't want only to be a technical chartered accountant, but a chartered accountant in all sense.
Absolutely,
And
that's a beautiful thing.
that is the reason
Yeah.
and that is the reason why I participated in every possible event.
Because you were participative, absolutely, you were participative, and not only participative, I would say you did perform very well in almost all the events we had conducted online. So at Unacademy, we focus not only on studies but also on all-round development of students. और इसी दौरान हमने काफ़ी कुछ ऐसा किया था जहाँ स्टूडेंट्स आपस में मिल सके, बातचीत कर सके, पार्टिसिपेट कर सके. तभी तभी मुझे पता चला कि अच्छा सुवांगी sings also very well and she's a good coordinator as well. So एक बहुत पते की बात दोस्तों उसने बच्चे ने की है, सुवांगी ने अभी अभी की है कि I do not want to only become a technically qualified chartered accountant, but I want to become a chartered accountant in every sense, a successful professional. ठीक है? So a chartered accountant उसका जो अपना कोर कॉम्पिटेंसीज है वो तो है ही, बट नाउ एज यू बिकम चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट यू आर लुक्ड अपॉन एज अ रिफाइंड प्रोफेशनल, द वन हु इज रेडी टू कम्पीट इन द ग्लोबल मार्केट. ठीक है? सो आप जो है ग्लोबल कंपटीशन में पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए अपने आप को तैयार महसूस करें. इस तरीके से आपको अपनी तैयारी करनी चाहिए. ठीक, अब नेक्स्ट कुछ और इम्पोर्टेंट बातें करते हैं. सुवांगी, घर का सपोर्ट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज होती है. So family and your siblings, your parents, they all contribute a lot. Phenomenal contribution इनका होता है किसी की भी success में. मैं अपनी बात करूं, I remember how my parents supported, what my mom did, and how she used to be awake with me during preparation leaves and all. Tell us something about your home setting, जिससे बाकियों को भी guidance और help मिले कि कैसे एग्जाम्स के दौरान या उससे पहले during preparations, how they can also set it up for themselves.
Ma'am, my family is very supportive. During the time of my exam, they did not let me do anything, even the black coffee which I require at the early morning for my studies. That was prepared by my mother and eventually my grandmother. So everyone has been very supportive, and they always said that you concentrate on your studies. You need not to think about anything else. So be it financial matters, be it technical matters, anything they did not let me fear about. I was only concentrating on my studies, and especially if I say about my mother, she's a very supportive lady. From my childhood till now, whatever I achieve, it's because of her support, guidance, and the way she always motivates us to believe in myself.
Yes, this is very important. When your family believes in you, when others believe in you, you get that extra amount of confidence that is required to overcome any kind of fear that you have. So दोस्तों, अगर आपके फैमिली में अगर पेरेंट्स आपको सपोर्ट करते हैं, सिबलिंग्स आपको सपोर्ट करते हैं, दोस्तों की तरफ से अगर आपको सपोर्ट मिल पाता है, बहुत अच्छी बात है. अदरवाइज ये मान करके चलो, क्लास में अगर आते हो, आपके टीचर्स आप में बिलीव दिखा रहे हैं, तो आपको खुद पे अपना भरोसा होना सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. इट इज़ मच इम्पॉर्टेंट दैट यू बिलीव इन योर सेल्फ कि हाँ मैं ये कर सकती हूँ, मैं कर सकता हूँ. आई कैन ओवरकम ऑल द गैप्स, ऑल द इश्यूज. सो सुवांगी, बहुत बढ़िया बात तुमने बोली कि भाई पेरेंट्स तो सपोर्ट करते ही हैं, कहीं ना कहीं आपको अपने में भी कॉन्फिडेंस था कि भाई अब इसको मुझे पूरा करके दिखाना है. टेल मी अ फ्यू थिंग्स मोर. जैसे टाइम मैनेजमेंट बिकम्स द मोस्ट क्रिटिकल एस्पेक्ट, because these days what is happening is now there are numerous classes lined up, and what is happening is students fall prey to fear of missing out, fear of losing out most of the time. कि कहीं मेरी क्लास मिस ना हो जाए, कहीं ये देखूं तो ये मिस ना हो जाए, कहीं क्वेश्चंस की प्रैक्टिस ना चले जाए. एंड आई हैव सीन दैट यू बैलेंस्ड इट वेरी वेल. एग्जाम के टाइम पे यू यूज्ड टू बी देयर फॉर प्रैक्टिस, लेकिन कई सारी क्लासेस में फालतू, जो जैसे अब रेगुलर क्लासेस हो रही, भाई क्लासेस एक बार हो चुकी है, अब वापस जैसे जो नया बैच शुरू हुआ, सो उसमें यू आर नॉट देयर. Somehow I wouldn't say कि ऐसा नहीं था कि that was waste of time, but still it was not required. So I want you to say something, especially emphasize on those aspects that students can also focus on and they can utilize their time effectively.
Now, first requirement is a proper timetable. So if you have your morning classes, schedule your self-study in the evening, or if you attend evening classes, then make sure that you study in the morning. So I think that with proper timetable, everything is manageable. And if you think that you already know a topic or you are confident in a certain topic, then do not waste your time in classes. That's the main point. Wherever you feel that you are lacking, go for that classes only.
Yes.
Don't waste your time. That's important, because there are many subjects which do not require live classes. So you can go for their recorded classes. That's it. So if you effectively make a timetable and follow it, then I think that time is definitely manageable.
Absolutely. This is the kind of wisdom that surely helps, because classes are spread throughout the day and teachers are catering to students at all the levels of their preparation. So beginners को जो May 23 वाले हैं वो भी अभी आ चुके हैं क्लासेस में, November 22 वाले भी आ चुके हैं, कुछ ऐसे भी हैं भाई जिनका अभी रिजल्ट आया जो एग्जाम क्रैक नहीं भी कर पाए वो भी आ चुके हैं. So there are multiple batches and multiple classes going on. But exactly how much do you need to watch live and what to focus on? आपको अपना weak link पता होना चाहिए. I want to tell this to both the sections जो अभी aspiring first time जो attempt करने वाले हैं November 22 में. You have to focus on all your subjects. क्योंकि आप अभी इस रिजल्ट पे आप देख चुके हो कि भाई सभी सब्जेक्ट्स जो हैं वो क्रिटिकल हैं अपने अपने आप में. There are children who flunked in accounts also, maths also, law में तो है ही काफ़ी, मैं आपको पहले ही बता चुकी हूँ. इकोनॉमिक्स में थोड़ा सा कंफर्ट है बट फिर भी बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए इकोनॉमिक्स भी डिफिकल्ट होता है. सो यू हैव टू डिसाइड दिस. टाइम टेबल वाली बात जो है ये सबसे ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. आप स्ट्रेटेजिकली चलिए 3 months के लिए और लास्ट में रिविजन के दौरान यू नीड नॉट फॉलो ऑल दी लाइव क्लासेस. आई थिंक दिस इज अ मंत्रा फॉर एवरीबडी. कभी सुवंगी ऐसा हुआ स्क्रीन के वजह से कभी सर दर्द हुआ हो, सब बहुत ज़्यादा अगर फटीग फील किया तो फिर क्या किया उस समय? What did you do?
Ma'am, shut my mobile and go for a nap.
I think that's the best option. That's the best way you can just soothe and relax yourself. Shut down everything for a while and just go take a nap. पार नैप बहुत अच्छा काम करता है. पार नैप वर्क्स द बेस्ट. ये ऐसा सिर्फ उसमें ही नहीं था, वो 3 Idiots पे ना जो 7 minutes की होती है. I think 7 minutes may not work. Not everybody is वायरस, बट 15-20 मिनट की नैप काफ़ी अच्छी इफेक्टिव नैप होती है. राइट. सो सुवांगी कुछ और चीज़ें हैं जैसे डिस्ट्रैक्शंस भी तो बहुत होते हैं आजकल. यू ऑल बिलोंग टू द सेम जनरेशन, सेम बहुत डिस्ट्रैक्शंस होते हैं. एंटायर डे टेलीग्राम मैसेजेस और सब यहाँ वहाँ से इतने सारे ना. देयर आर सो मेनी पीपल टॉकिंग दैट सोशल मीडिया इज ऑल्सो ओपन. So how to manage this level of distraction and how to focus and concentrate well?
As a matter of fact, I do not have any social media profile.
Okay.
I am not into Instagram or Facebook, but I do have LinkedIn, WhatsApp, and Telegram,
Lovely.
which I uninstalled in WhatsApp. I remember I uninstalled 2 months prior to my exam, and Telegram 1 month before my exams, so that I could concentrate only on my studies. Because what happens when we see others, because what happens in social media, we see a lot of people, especially our friends, they're going out, they're partying, they're enjoying, and that kind of have a negative impact on our brain. So in order to keep that away, focus on your studies and yourself. Especially 1 month prior to your exams, I always feel that you should shut down your social media profile just for 1 month, because I know that the ones who use for them, it is really
difficult.
Problematic. Yes, difficult to avoid it. But do shut down, because it's worthy. Believe me, it's worthy if you just do it for 1 month, and then you can resume back after your exams. That's it. Because because that's the time you need to focus only on studies and yourself. And if you want some motivation or something like that, you can listen to some motivational songs. I always used to listen to motivational songs in YouTube. I had a list of motivational songs, and that kind of motivated me every time I felt low at the time of exams.
That is perfect. That is actually good. ये मैं भी मानती हूँ, because during our times when I look back, distractions were not too many. Yes, only friends or maybe going out was a distraction. But now you all have this portable, biggest distraction mode in your hand. You have your mobile phone. All of us have smartphones, and some way this all is addictive. Any social media presence, profile, connectivity, this is addictive for a fact. A lot of researches have happened over this. So to overcome all this gap, especially during the exams, it is important to curtail it some way. फिर मैंने तो कुछ स्टूडेंट्स को ये भी सलाह दी थी कि आप एटलीस्ट 6 आवर्स के लिए गो एंड कीप इट इन योर डैड्स कबर्ड, जस्ट ड्रॉप इट विथ योर मॉम एंड टेक इट आफ्टर 6 आवर्स, यूज इट फॉर 1 आवर, गिव इट बैक, ताकि आप अपना टच भी रख सको, ऐसा भी आपको नहीं लगे कि मेरा पूरा छूट गया है भाई. इफ यू कांट मैनेज टू कंप्लीटली गिव इट ऑफ फॉर से 1 मंथ जैसे सुवांगी ने किया, तो आप ऐसे भी हेल्प ले सकते हैं फैमिली मेंबर्स की, और अपने तरीके से भी आप इसको कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं. सुवांगी, टेल मी, फैमिली का रोल तो हो गया. सो व्हाट हैज बीन द रोल ऑफ योर टीचर्स इन योर लाइफ?
Ma'am, my teachers has always been very supportive. From my primary schooling, which I had received from Vivekananda Mission School, Haldia, to my secondary schooling, which I had received from JV Public School, Haldia, to Unacademy teachers, everyone has been very supportive and they loved me. That's the most important point. That wherever I went, my teachers loved me and they connected with me, and I could actually attend that connection with them. In fact, in the online mode in Unacademy, I never felt that we are at a huge distance from each other. It was like I was talking to you face to face, or with Nakul sir, I was having a one-to-one conversation. It's just like that. And I could call the teachers at any time I wanted. So that was the best thing. I can call for suggestions and I can ask my doubts too. That was the best part. So my teachers has always guided me, not only academically but also morally.
That is most important part. See, teachers can impart you technical lessons, that is one part, but a true teacher will always inspire their students to do better and to step up and move ahead in life. चाहे फेलियर्स हो, चाहे आपकी सक्सेस हो, इन सब में टीचर्स को साथ रहना ज़रूरी होता है. ऐसा नहीं होता कि सिर्फ सक्सेस में ही टीचर्स आपके साथ खड़े. भाई ऐसे बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, रिजल्ट हैज़ बीन ओनली 26% दिस टाइम, तो ऐसे बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिन्होंने क्लियर नहीं भी किया. सो फॉर अ टीचर, एज आई से, कि यार पूरी 10 उंगलियां इंपॉर्टेंट होती है. कोई मुझे अगर बोले कि कौन सी वाली काट दूं, तो मैं ये नहीं बोल सकती कि इसको काटो मुझे दर्द कम होगा. जो भी स्टूडेंट जाएगा उसका पेन होता है, टीचर को भी होता है, और फेलियर जो है इट हर्ट्स, बट टीचर्स का डेफिनेटली बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल होता है एक किसी भी स्टूडेंट की सक्सेस में. सो लॉट्स ऑफ गुड विशेस एंड ब्लेसिंग्स टू यू. एंड आई स्टिल रिमेंबर, स्टूडेंट्स के साइड पे भी बहुत कुछ डिपेंड करता है. ये मैं सब बच्चों को बोलना चाहती हूँ यहाँ पे. I still remember Suvangi, when she attended 2 classes, she had sent me a telegram message. I think मेरे को और नकुल को आपने मैसेज भेजा था एक. It was such a cute message, and both of us, we talked for a while about it. कि look at the level of diligence in this student. So that day, we were sure that you're going to do well. We did not know that this well, but we were sure that okay, this student has the spark and she's going to do well. क्योंकि जो जितना diligence दिखाता है ना बेटा, जो जितना टीचर्स पे अपने भरोसा दिखाता है, और अप्रिसिएशन जब आपके अंदर होता है, when you are grateful, when you are thankful to what you have received, you definitely have a clearer direction for your life ahead. सो ये चीज़ सबको माननी चाहिए. आजकल बहुत ट्रेंड है टीचर्स को ट्रोल करना, उनके बारे में फाउल माउथ्ड होना, बहुत बहुत ट्रेंडिंग है ये सब आजकल. बट दिस डजंट एलिवेट योर लेवल. टीचर का तो कुछ नहीं जाता, क्या ही जाएगा, बट ये कहीं ना कहीं आपका लेवल जो है इसको कम कर देता है. तो ये सब भी हमारे प्रोफेशनल इमेज का पार्ट है, और ये सब भी हमें जो है ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. बिल्कुल, ये इसलिए मैंने बात ज़रूरी समझी यहाँ पर बताना, क्योंकि शिवांगी से हमें काफ़ी बढ़िया जो है, काफ़ी ब्यूटीफुली शी हैड क्राफ्टेड द मैसेजेस. सो थैंक यू फॉर दैट ऑल्सो शिवांगी. नाउ टेल मी अ फ्यू थिंग्स. सबसे ज़्यादा इफेक्टिव स्ट्रेटजीज आपके लिए क्या रही? कुछ स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पर पूछ रहे हैं कि सबसे पहले आपने किस सब्जेक्ट की रिवीजन स्टार्ट की, और सबसे लास्ट में आपने कौन से सब्जेक्ट की रिवीजन स्टार्ट की, कैसे इसको प्लान किया, ये भी थोड़ा बताना चाहिए.
Ma'am, I was never biased towards any subject, and I think that is the reason I hadn't got too much more or much less in any subject. If you see my marks, I had got 87 in accounts, then 66 in law, then 86 in maths, and 91 in economics. So it's not that I am the topper in any of the subjects. So I give equal importance to each and every subject. And at the first, when I took my classes, I made it a point that I will revise all 4 subjects in a day. Maybe it's a short part, but I made it a point that I will practice maths and accounts every day without failure, because I knew that my practical subjects were weak. So that was the reason that maths and accounts was always in my schedule. And at the last, means at the time of revision, I made I took 3 subjects a day and revised that 3 subjects in a day.
That's great.
That
That's
is,
great. Guys and girls, सभी को ना ये point note करना चाहिए. Yes, you were saying something, Suvangi. Please complete.
yes, ma'am. Means 3 subjects in this sense that maths and accounts was always included, and it was an alternative between law and economics.
That's great.
So one day I would take up law and another day economics.
That's a great idea actually. And guys and girls, there's a lot to draw from this, है ना. बहुत सारा आप इसमें यहाँ से ले सकते हैं. आपके पास 4 papers हैं. And it's actually good to divide your time between the theoretical और से जहाँ पर आपको subjective pattern याद करना होता है, समझना होता है. भले आपका pattern MCQ है तो क्या हुआ, लेकिन subjective तो है, आपको वहाँ पर subjective course और syllabus पे focus करना होता है. At the same time, you have maths and accounts जहाँ पे practice is a must. Especially with negative marking in mathematics, you cannot just afford simply to lose on the practice part. So ये बहुत अच्छा idea. I think all of you should adopt it at least 2 months prior to your exams कि कम से कम maths और accounts रोज आपको practice करना ही चाहिए. 2-2 घंटे 3-3 घंटे इसको practice करो और have some time, alternate days कर लो या रोज अगर थोड़ा थोड़ा divide कर सकते हो. एक और चीज मैं बता दूं, जैसे आपने यहाँ पर देखा consistently ना paper 2 में थोड़ा challenging रहा है students के लिए. Writing practice is a must.
Essential. Yes.
अगर लॉ में बीसीआर में अगर आपने राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस नहीं की, अगर रिटन कंटेंट आप प्रेजेंट करना नहीं जानते, फाउंडेशन में तो प्रॉब्लम आएगी ही, साथ में इंटर फाइनल में भी प्रॉब्लम आएगी, बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ योर पेपर्स आर गोइंग टू फोकस ऑन द सब्जेक्टिव पैटर्न ऑफ आंसरिंग. तो ये और अभी भी बहुत मुश्किल होने वाला है. मेरे पास पिछले बार एक स्टूडेंट को मैंने देखा था, टोटल वॉज मोर देन 280 मार्क्स, बट पेपर 2 में 38 था. सो इवन आई सैंक लुकिंग एट दिस. आई फेल्ट वेरी बैड, बट देन ही हैड terrible issues with language, presentation, sentences construct करने नहीं आते थे, लिखना नहीं आता था. तो उससे जो है आप कितना भी हार्ड वर्क करो, कितना भी आप एफर्ट लो, ना आप लॉ में प्रेजेंट कर पाते हो, ना आप पीसीआर में प्रेजेंट कर पाते हो. सो ये थोड़ा सा इम्पोर्टेंट है. ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स शुड ट्राई एंड डिवाइड टाइम. और कुछ स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पर क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहे हैं, आस्क अबाउट आप रिविजन्स. क्लासेस के अलावा आप रिविजन्स कैसे करते थे भाई? जब आपकी क्लासेस चल रही थी तब तो बड़ा कॉम्पैक्ट सा होता होगा, शेड्यूल मस्ट बी वेरी टाइट. आप उस समय कैसे मैनेज करते थे अपने रिविजन्स?
Revisions I did, as I said, that I always made a timetable, and as per that I saw the classes. In fact, in the time of revisions also, the subjects which I thought that I could do self-revision or self-study, I did not watch those classes. For example, for law, I did not find it necessary to watch the revision classes. It was more beneficial for me to make my own notes. I made up my own notes, colorful notes. And from there I did all my revisions. So it's not necessary that you will attend every classes for revisions also. If you think that there are certain subjects like economics also, you can do self-revision. And quiz, you can do it from the educators whenever they take up the quiz, and revision tests when they take, you can go for that classes. But in revision classes, if you feel that you are strong in certain subject, you need not to go for it. For example, ma'am, you have brought Yalgar's series, writing series.
Yes.
I remember that I attended the whole session live because I knew that at that point of time, BCR practice was lacking.
Necessary
and
also.
I seriously needed that practice. Law, I did 2 questions every day before my exam. Before my exam, like 2 months before my exam, I made it a point that I will write 2 questions a day. That was something which I incorporated in my timetable. Like I allotted a slot like 9 to 9:30 or 9:45 that I will write law answers at this point of time. But regarding BCR, I would say that you need to write and practice. That's important. And do not leave the communication chapter. Please do not leave the communication chapter. That's really important. Ma'am will also say you. Because 2 marks questions in each set comes from communication chapter.
Simple भी होते हैं. I think we prepared all the cheat sheet.
It's really easy to score. Yes, ma'am.
It is like a full score. In fact, BCR is a full score. मैं तो खुद ही बोल रही हूँ सब students को. See, I teach BCR out of passion. I specialize in risk and financial management. But when Unacademy collaborated, they asked me. मैंने बोला कि नहीं, मेरे को अगर पढ़ाना है for imparting aspects, BCR is going to be my focus. I've always emphasized, it's been almost a decade and a half now, I've been training and teaching communication to professionals and students. तुम लोगों को मैं ना एक बात एकदम साफ बताना चाहती हूँ कि ये पूरा का पूरा ही बोनस है. मतलब 40 पासिंग मार्क्स तो आप लॉ में ही निकाल सकते हो, जैसे 60 में ही 40 आपको मिल सकता है. बीसीआर में तो जो भी मिलेगा ना 30-35, दैट इज अ बोनस. एंड ऑब्वियसली दिस इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू थ्रू आउट योर लाइफ. In your professional journey as a chartered accountant, you tell me where are you going to cut down, मतलब कहाँ slash down आप करोगे. आपको communication में, correspondence में, हाँ आपके business proposals में, business meetings में, interviews में, कहाँ आप cut down कर सकते हो. You have to be effective with your communication, right? So चलो, this is great. अच्छा लगा सुवांगी से सारे answers, मतलब अच्छा लगता है. देखो ऐसा होता है कि कहीं ना जब एक प्रोफेशनल वे ऑफ थिंकिंग होता है तो वो मैच होने लगती है वाइब्स. एंड आई थिंक ऑल ऑफ यू should take these important pointers from this conversation, this dialogue that two of us are having here. ठीक है? So Suvangi, tell me, now we need to close the session, but before that, give us some before leaving, some tips, some guidance to all the learners. कईयों में बड़ी एंजाइटी है, जैसे आपका स्कोर देखकर इंस्पायर तो होंगे, बट एट द सेम टाइम दे मस्ट बी वेरी एंग्शियस. जैसे कई बच्चे बहुत डर भी गए बिकॉज दिस टाइम स्कोर्स वर प्रीटी लेस, मतलब ओवरऑल पास परसेंटेज हैज गॉन डाउन. सो काफी बच्चों में बहुत डर भी था. सो गिव देम अ फ्यू टिप्स एंड हाउ यू मेड श्योर दैट यू फील कॉन्फिडेंट ऑल द टाइम, या जब डर लगा तो क्या किया, ये सारे टिप्स और थोड़े बहुत ट्रिक्स अगर आपको लगते हैं कि कुछ आपके काम आए हैं, so that you can please share with all the learners.
Yes, ma'am. I have jotted down the points for them only, which I think is necessary. I would definitely highlight those points. First of all, I think that giving tests is essential. Before your exams, you make sure that you write 2 to 3 tests in a time-bound manner. And exactly in that time, that is 2 to 5, that is essential, because what happens in 2 to 5 p.m., our energy level is at the lowest level. It is actually shrinking. So that time you have to control your sleep, you have to control your energy level, and you have to ensure that your energy level is maximum at that point of time. So you make sure that you practice tests, you give a lot of tests if it is possible for you. You can also go for paid test series. There are a lot of paid test series. They will evaluate your paper and they will give it back to you. And some tests, some tips which I have is, okay, do not take up any new topic just 1 month prior to your exams. Another tip is that take proper rest and diet before your exam day. That is truly essential because you have to rest your mind. One day before your exam, nothing new can be incorporated inside your mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you have to take rest so that whatever you have inside it, you can actually reciprocate the same in your paper. That is important. And another thing is that generally the CA paper starts at 2. So I would always recommend that once you reach the examination center, please do not open up your book, because that is the time when you need to recollect what you have learned. It's not the time to mug up or you have to see the book. Your brain has already absorbed what it can. So do not open the book in that 1 to 2 because it's actually confusing. And you always engage with our friends that what will be the answer of this question, how to solve this question. So actually that puzzles our mind. So I think that should be avoided. These are the few tricks which I had incorporated in my schedule. I did not open my book from 1 to 2 once I reached the examination center. And make sure that you reach sometimes early before your that reporting time, so that you are not in a panic.
So how we have done a lot of things similarly, Suvangi. I was like, हमारे time पे भी same time पे paper होता था. Only CA final I remember writing papers in the morning time, morning hours में. So foundation में 12 बजे के बाद no touching of the books. As such, I had to travel 2 hours. उस समय तो इतने centers भी नहीं थे. So yes, I think, and that works. Because इतना ज़्यादा इन चीज़ों के लिए worked up नहीं होना चाहिए. This is a professional exam, and what is checked by ICAI is actually your conceptual clarity and your ability to present. ये दो चीज़ें बहुत important हैं. And guys and girls, trust me on this, that each one of us, all the educators, Team Mahabalis and other educators, all are committed to offering you the best classes, conceptual clarity and a lot of practice. जैसा अभी सुवांगी ने भी बोला, यलगार सीरीज, फिर से आएंगी सीरीज, फिर से आएंगी राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस. अभी भी मॉर्निंग में मैं राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस करा रही हूँ. आफ्टर ईच राइटिंग स्किल्स session or say the batch or course, I prefer to offer the writing practice class as well as the checking sessions, so you all can
Yes,
actually
ma'am.
get to know that how much marks can be allotted to you for this kind of an answer. That is an eye opener for students, because as you come after +2, आपको लगता है कि सब कुछ चलता है, और चलता है वाला एटीट्यूड यहाँ पे नहीं चलता है. दैट इज द बिग थिंग. कुछ स्टूडेंट्स का ये भी पूछना है सुवांगी, रेगुलर क्लासेस के साथ जो है आप क्लासेस कितने घंटे लेते थे और पढ़ते कितने घंटे थे. आई थिंक उसके साथ में वी कैन क्लोज. फहीम पूछ रहे हैं कि आप कितने देर आपकी क्लासेस होती थी और आप कितने देर रोज पढ़ाई करते थे, कैसे आपने इसको बैलेंस किया था, डिवाइड कैसे किया था.
Ma'am, one thing I would like to share with everyone is that I started way earlier than other students. Like just after my 12th, I started. So my classes ended means like in March I had completed the syllabus, and April, May, June was full of revisions. So I did not face any problem, because I always believe that if you start earlier, you get a lot of time to revise. Yeah, you get a time to write the test, and that is important.
This is actually a big suggestion. हाँ, this is the best suggestion for all the learners कि जब आपको ये सुनाई देता है ना, 3 महीने में सीए फाउंडेशन पढ़ो, सीए इंटर 2 महीने में पढ़ो, 20 दिन में पढ़ो, ऐसे वाले भी मिल जाते हैं कई जगह. बहुत सारे लोगों को मैंने देखा है. बट गाइज, व्हाट इज फ्रॉम वेयर आर यू स्टार्टिंग दैट प्रिपरेशन, दैट इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट. बेस कहाँ है आपका. अगर आपको स्क्रैच से स्टार्ट करना है ना, यू नीड अ सिग्निफिकेंट स्प्रेड of your syllabus and for your preparation. So this, I quite liked Suvangi's honesty about this, that she started a way early. You require about 10 to 11 months to thoroughly prepare all the papers and a thorough revision for exams. And that actually makes a huge difference. तो अगर आप सबकी प्रिपरेशन बढ़िया है तो 3 महीने भी आपके लिए काफ़ी है. अगर प्रिपरेशन अच्छी नहीं है तो शायद 3 के 6 महीने भी आपको ज़रूरत पड़ सकती है ना. So, right, everyone, thank you so much for watching and connecting. And Suvangi, lots and lots of good wishes to you, child. And may you have a great career and great life ahead. Kabhi bhi kuch bhi, Unacademy, I'm sure you are going to be, moving on, and your journey ahead be very successful and enriching as well. जैसे आपने फाउंडेशन में एक्सपीरियंस किया, भाई उससे भी बहुत बढ़िया आपके एक्सपीरियंसेस हों. And with this, we shall close the session. Good wishes to you. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.